So he's not getting his food from the same places that other restaurants charge. The other restaurants are buying the cheapest cuts of meat and vegetable supplies and everything else. Clarkson is getting all of his produce locally, so it costs a bit more, but benefit for the locals. The local farmers have a guaranteed place to sell their stuff at a good price, as opposed to the rip-off prices that the grain vendors are going to pay you. So he theoretically has license to spend more or pay more for his food, which would benefit his local farmers, or not charge more for the food that he serves in his restaurant. Because his food costs so much more, and so that's an option. But it turns out that the pub is actually making most of their profit from his beer. Now, I mean, he started off with the farm. He then decided, you know what, I could sell my barley to a brewery that I own. And so he created a brewery. And I don't know that the brewery's doing anything special. It brews beer, it sells the beer. And he's supplying grocery stores and pubs around the country with his beer, and people are drinking his beer, more importantly. So he's, the beer's doing well, and the brewery is running at a profit. So that's all a good thing. And then the brewery's selling to his pub, and he makes most of his income in the pub from his beer. So again, that's more profit for the pub. So as far as his businesses are concerned, the brewery is incredibly profitable. The pub is incredibly profitable because they're separate businesses. So, obviously the pub's paying standard prices for the beer, so the beer is making a profit, but also all of his beer customers. And the only remaining problem is the farm. And he said, the problem with the farm is Amazon is subsidizing the farm. Technically his production company. So he's got his own production company that's producing all of the filming and everything. But Amazon is in essence paying for that production. But his production company is just subsidizing the running of the farm, because the farm made, is it something like $35,000 or pound loss last year, because drought and the crops didn't grow. So that's all covered by Amazon, which fair enough. Amazon gets to broadcast a TV show which is incredibly successful around the world, highlighting the plight of the farmer better than most YouTuber people do. And so the concern is well, Jeremy is not a young man. If when he dies, the farm will fail, because he is the face of Amazon. Now, his farm manager, Caleb Cooper, now has a deal with Amazon, so he's bringing money in, but I don't think he would bring in as much money as Clarkson does, which means the farm is on a very shaky footing. But even if the farm goes under, the pub is still going to exist. and the brewery's still going to exist, and they're both independently successful businesses in their own right, and not within the confines of West Oxfordshire Council, which has been another pain in the butt for Clarkson. So, he's not too worried about the future in that count. And then, very last episode, he ends up in hospital again because he has cancer. Unfortunately, it's an aggressive cancer. Fortunately, they found it early enough, so he's not going to die from it, at least not now. And I did see a couple of, about a week ago, he put out a PSA video of go get your prostate checked. But ironically, the cancer he had was the same cancer that the general farmhand who fixes the stone walls and what have you around the farm had at the end of season 1. And then the other announcement they had concerning the farm is they've decided to go ahead with... Yeah, exactly. But all we knew from this year was they were probably going to take a year or two off before they did season 6. And there wasn't really much explanation. Obviously, now having seen the more recent episodes, it's like, okay, that's probably why they decided to take a hiatus. But no, that decision changed since they finished filming season 5. And I'm guessing Clarkson is very much alive and healthy at the moment. So, they're going ahead with season 6 immediately. And season 6 has a new fun problem with the West Yorkshire Council, in that he's going to have to start expanding facilities around the farm and parking lots and things like that, because, well, Clarkson's farm is an international success story. And I'm going to have to back this out, aren't I? And figure out where the darn lister is. What's actually happened? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, that's awkward. You know what? I'm going to get stuck on another tree. This is really tight around here. I am not going to drive all the way around. That's just too much. I'm going to take advantage of this hail-damaged crop here. Go this way. So yes, they are going to have to get planning permission to do all sorts of additional parking and everything else because of all the international visitors that are coming to West Oxfordshire and eating food at his pub and drinking his beer and visiting the farm shop and everything else. The traffic is getting even worse, and I'm sure there are some people in the area who are complaining vehemently about the excess traffic, and probably a lot of the people who run businesses there are saying, this is so awesome. All these people coming here and buying our stuff. Because that's how it works. We still not full. Let's chase him. Yeah. So yeah, that's apparently going to be some of the highlight of season 6. Is going to be him further fighting with Oxfordshire, West Oxfordshire Council over the facilities at the farm, and you ain't going to stop a million Americans taking a vacation to England and going to Diddley Squat Farm to buy bee juice or potatoes or whatever. And there we go. Okay, now we're full. Get this out into the field over here by the cows and bring the truck over. That's annoying. Because of course I turned the truck round. Could go empty the truck and bring it back. Oh, well. Let's pull the pipe out first and go find. Oh, there's the truck. Now, turning round here, I want to remain on the gravel as much as I can to keep the traction up. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, for the most part, I'm aware of things that are going on in England, and the fact that they've just replaced their prime minister, or sorry, their prime minister has resigned after they had a by-election in Manchester area to make the Manchester mayor member of Parliament so he can become leader of the Labour Party, because you can't be the leader of the Labour Party if you're not sitting in Parliament. That's Labour rules. So they persuaded some guy in a safe Labour seat to retire. There was a lot of arguing beforehand about, oh, we need someone to give up their seat, and politicians, I don't want to give up my seat. Well, me neither. Someone needs to give up their seat to make room for this new guy, but not me. There was all that bickering going on, then some guy just said, okay, fine, I'll do it. There was a by-election. Labour won by 56%. I did see some of the sort of the man on the street polling type things where people were saying, yeah, Labour sucks, Labour has destroyed the country. Who are you voting for? The Labour guy. Why? Because he's a really good guy and he's going to fix Labour. It's like, okay. Not entirely sure that's a logical way to go. I really hate this group of people. I'm going to vote for someone in that group of people because he's a nice guy. Yeah, okay. No helping you there. So this guy he's going to run for leader of the Labour Party, which automatically makes him Prime Minister. And everybody is falling down and worshipping him. He is the saviour of the Labour Party. It's just, okay, whatever. And he's no different from the people who are already there. So it's like, he's not going to change anything, you realise. But he's awesome. He's a nice guy. Yeah, and he's not going to change anything because he supports everything that the previous guy did anyway. With more bells and whistles. So, I mean, I'm kind of, there are a lot of people hoping that Labour will be decimated at the next general election in the same way the Conservatives were in the previous election. The Conservatives just ran the country into the ground. And there were people in the Conservative, who vote Conservative, who basically said, we're not voting. We don't support the opposition, but our guys suck and they don't deserve to be running the country. So, the country is going to have to live with their deluded ideas of Labour will save us. And Labour took what the Conservatives had and put their foot on the accelerator and let's do this faster. And people are realising, they're not the saviours we thought they were going to be. Like, yeah, we did tell you. And, with this round, it's likely to be, the Conservatives are never going to get a seat again. And I don't think the Conservatives are second anymore. And they used to, it used to flip-flop between Labour and the Conservatives, and one was the party in power and one was the opposition. And I don't know that the Conservatives are really much of an opposition anymore because of their hosing up of everything that they did last time they ran anything. Labour's done the same thing, so it's likely to devolve into the third, fourth and fifth parties are now vying for power. I don't think there's going to be a clear party. I think England is going to be looking at a coalition going forward. All right, let's get you. I'm going to get him there because the baler's in the way. Once he gets there, we'll figure things out. I haven't done anything else yet. So it is sunny all day today. It is going to rain tomorrow. That is not a good thing. We have food in the cows. We have slurry's getting a little bit full, but I think if we get the crop in today, and I've only got about 2 more fields to do after the one we're currently working, we'll be able to start flushing the slurry tanks. Milk is milk. There's a fair amount of milk in that one too. So that might need to be a thing. Food is excellent. Ooh. Piggies. Yeah, we are definitely going to have to look at piggies by the end of the month. Horses, fine. All right, so animals are good. Jobs are same as they were. Want to start thinking about selling the milk and the wool maybe next month. Stones are full and digestate. We've got a lot of that, and we've got almost 2 tanks of methane. But we're out of production, so that's all fine and wonderful. All right, so we checked everything. There is nothing else on the farm that is seriously in need of taking care of. Truck's made it here, so I'm going to run around to the grain cart and get that emptied. So, raining on November 1, so whatever we get to at the end of the day, I will collect all of those straw bales now, get them out of the way. Good. Oh, I need to turn this truck around. Completely forgot. There's probably a little bit left in here. Oh, there's a lot left in there. All right. I need to get this on the gravel track before put any more grain in it. All right. Planning ahead is good. Shut that down. How are you doing with all these rocks? Oh, he's got this bit done. That wasn't done earlier. And then he's just got this mess to do. I wonder if that used to be the... It's kind of weird. I don't know why there's no rocks there. We've done exactly the same thing to all the all parts of that field. You're good. Okay, let's get back to... Oop. Turn that off now. This guy. We have bales to collect. Oops. So, not a perfect clearance, but close enough. Actually, man's... I've done a pretty good clearance on this straw. We don't need any. Well, that's personal. I'm not expecting to get a 40 full, an even number of bales that is divisible by 14. So we are going to have some left over. And I think even if I didn't collect 50 bales, a partial trailer load is going to be close enough. So